Topic of this video is determining x and y intercepts of a function defined by an equation. Let's read and learn together. Recall that an x-coordinate tells us how far left or right to travel from the origin, and a y-coordinate tells us how far up or down to travel from the origin when plotting a point. So, if a point is sitting on the x-axis, which makes it an x-intercept, then it didn't go up or down, and therefore has a y-coordinate of 0. Similarly, if a point is sitting on the y-axis, which makes it a y-intercept, then it didn't go left or right, and therefore has an x-coordinate of 0. These allow us to conclude the following. An x-intercept has a y-coordinate of 0, and a y-intercept has an x-coordinate of 0. Using function notation, y is the same as f of x. So, when looking for x-intercepts, we set f of x equal to 0, because that's our y. And when we're looking for y-intercepts, we set x equal to 0. Here is a purple box from your textbook. Finding intercepts using function notation. Given a function defined by y equals f of x, the x-intercepts are the real solutions to the equation f of x equals 0. Notice that we have replaced y with 0. The y-intercept is given by f of 0. Notice that in this case, we have replaced x with 0. To find an x-intercept, replace y with 0. For a y-intercept, replace x with 0. All right, let's look at an example. Example 7, finding the x and y intercepts of a function. Find the x and y intercepts of the function defined by f of x equals x squared minus 4. Solution. First, we find the x-intercepts, so we replace y with 0. Of course, in this equation, y is f of x, so we replace the f of x with 0 and get 0 equals x squared subtract 4. Adding 4 to both sides gives us x squared equals 4. Applying the square root property gives us x equals plus or minus the square root of 4. Or, in a simple way, x equals plus or minus 2. So we get two values for x. The two x-intercepts are 2, 0 and negative 2, 0. These are the x's, and this all started with an assumption that y equals 0. All right, let's now move on to the y-intercept. With a y-intercept, we're going to evaluate f of 0, or said another way, we're going to replace x with 0. So, in our equation, f of x equals x squared minus 0, we replace each x with 0. This gives us f of 0 equals 0 squared minus 4. 0 squared is 0, and 0 minus 4 is negative 4. So our y-intercept is negative 4. Of course, the x value that goes with a y-intercept is 0, so it gives us the ordered pair 0, negative 4. This is how we find x and y intercepts from an equation. To find x-intercepts, replace y or f of x with 0. To find y-intercepts, replace x with 0.